And people keep mentioning about how keadilan is the weakest link in Pakatan Rakyat. Of course, Pakatan Rakyat is post-electoral win. But keadilan got the seats that was basically the hardest to win. We got the seat when the majority Malay seats were already given to PAS, majority Chinese seats were already given to the AP, and we're left with the mixed seats, which traditionally was the strong. And I think the fact that we managed to win proves that there is traction for multiracial politics, and there is hope for this sort of new political culture to emerge as the strongest factor in any election. I don't claim to say that racial politics have lost its attraction to voters, but I believe that this is a process. Everyone has to work towards leaders, political leaders, NGO leaders, activists, people. You have to work towards getting electorate, the community to embrace multiracialism. I mean, it's not easy, certainly. And we have challenges. We have challenges like groups like Perkasa or other groups like MBL. I mean, these groups, like it or not, when you engender a certain impression, a certain assumption that is widely spread, it would get some support. So it is incumbent on everyone to work towards promoting multiculturalism, promoting the fact that we should move towards an ideology-based politics. It shouldn't be about race. It should be about the issues that affect everyone. And regardless of what people say, I feel quite proud of the fact that GST has been given quite sort of a limelight, compared to previous years. It's testament that people are focusing more on issues, regardless of other things. But that's why it's important for keadilan to maintain its position right now and grow from the current setback that's actually facing. I mean, I feel that it's actually good. All the difficulties we face, even the attack on the AP being not pro-Malay, supposedly, because it gives the reminder that past the AP and keadilan, you always have to maintain the middle ground. You always have to sort of carefully present the needs of the populace. You cannot take an extreme position because you have to be committed to not only Pakatan Rakyat, but the aspiration of multiracialism, bearing in mind the needs of the different communities. And I think that's a positive step that keadilan has sort of contributed. And I think, for us now, we really need to move on with selecting good, presentable candidates before the next general election. It's not easy. Basically, we're so used to the current political parties. We don't really know of a different opening for something new to emerge. So it's like, I always say this, in the peringkat cabang, the division, but all the good positions have been taken by UMNO. Really, because they're usually the most successful businessmen that you talk about, Pantai Dalam, the Kerinci area. And of course, you want to get businesses, you got to join, or at least be supportive of the existing political party. So the entrenched patronage system has really left us with not so skillful lah. I mean, it's not bad people, not bad leaders, but like it or not, P. Toyo makes a hell of a good opposition leader. So it's a testament of current times and the challenges that we're facing. And we really need to embrace other efforts, support other efforts, such as the IKD is bringing up sekolah politik. Because, politicians, what do you want to get? You want to get Democrats, you want to get, capable politicians, then you have to start them nurturing them at a young age and making sure they understand the issues and making sure that they know what they're up against. And honestly, I was just telling Margaret, when I first became an MP, it sounds so glamorous. YB, you go to Parliament, the guards usually, Michael, pagi, flashing you the different hellos and highs. And then when it comes to real work, you realize that clock brains will give you a nightmare for a week. It's important for you to keep the perspective right from the beginning. It's not a position that allows you to achieve a certain social standing. But it's a position that is wrought with a lot of difficulties and challenges. And for keadilan, we have to start learning it now. Just because you are now an MP, you might be the division head for Penang or KL or whatever. Keep it KL. You want to get projects? Sorry, brother. You are faced with a difficulty of lack of funds, but the workload is there, the expectation is there, and you just have to manage this expectation from the beginning. It can be done. I mean, right now, there's a lot of activities I just follow. I just take the AP's example. And I'm telling you guys, I can see why the AP MPs are very loud in Parliament. Because you get so frustrated. You get so frustrated with the different challenges. And sometimes you feel that being nice doesn't pay. Being honest is important, but you have to really demand for your airtime in Parliament. You have to demand that BBKL fulfills their duties. Just because you're opposition MP doesn't mean you can be pushed aside. But this is a sensitization process, and I think that's why the other MPs, not just MPs, but politicians in general, is the right time for us to learn and reflect and learn and move towards the next agenda ASAP. Since there's now 2 by-elections, we have our work cut out for us, but it is really important for us to keep in mind that multiracial politics will not survive just because it sounds a nice and catchy slogan. We have to work at it. It's a constant battle, constant challenge, and it's something that all stakeholders must partake in the process to protect the Constitution, protect what we hold dear, and that's the way to proceed forward. So I think I'll end there, and maybe we could follow up with the Q&A. I'm sorry if I left anything out, and please feel free to ask anything. Although, yes, please feel free to ask anything. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And now we move to the second part of the session, which we hope will be the lively part of the session, when we open the floor to your questions, please. Will you please use the mic so that everybody can hear your questions? Yeah? Have we anybody who has a question for YB? Yes.
Hello. Good evening. My name is Chair. My question is, have you recruited enough quality candidates for the next general election?
I'll address this question, and then the rest will just be up. Well, you're asking me whether I picked the JPRP, which is in charge of election preparation under Saifuddin Nasution, the Secretary General of the party. We have had many sessions, and we're also actively working with IKD and CAL, which is the Conrad Adenauer Foundation, it's a German foundation, to develop scholar politics, because it has to be a combination of effort, collaboration of